And a good day, everyone. It's time for weather news with J7409, the name you know, the news you certainly can use. Today, of course, Thursday, the 24th of January, 2019. Before we get started here, I want to bring to everyone's attention, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but when it comes to the reading of the models, a lot of government workers are the people who do this, and they're not getting paid right now. And I noticed yesterday that on some models, they were running behind with their updates, and one model didn't even update. Instead of updating 3 times during the day, it only updated twice. So I just didn't know if you guys were aware of this or not. So this is pertaining to our weather, something we really need to know about in our daily lives. So I just wanted to throw that out to you, okay? Now, we got some cold air coming, people. I mean, Arctic air. Arctic air. We think it's been cold. We haven't seen anything yet. Now, this is the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits with the latest run. I'm going to turn it on and tell you what's happening. Now, a mild airstream from the south is quickly brought above normal temperatures up the east coast ahead of an active cold front. And right now at my house, it's 55 out the door. The rain's coming down in buckets. Now, we do have a wide swath of rain that's going to accompany this cold front as it sweeps across the eastern seaboard today. And I'm talking about the entire eastern seaboard. Now, there is some potential for heavy rain to cause localized flooding issues over southern New England. There are lots and lots of flood watches out. I'll show you that on the map in a moment. Now, the eastern Gulf Coast will see the best chance of strong to severe thunderstorms this morning before this cold front moves off into the Atlantic. Cold air behind the front is expected to change the rain to a period of snow as it spreads up the spine of the Appalachians today and across interior New England tonight. Now, over the northern plains, the next surge of Arctic air from central Canada has arrived. We have a Clipper low-pressure system developing along an Arctic front, and it's bringing a brief period of snow squalls across the upper Midwest. Now, yes, we got some snow going on across the U.S., but it's not that heavy right now. We do have a few places, could see blizzard conditions. Yes, you will have snow amounts, but the snow's not the problem. The wind is the problem, making it like possible blizzard conditions. Now, the snow's expected to move into the Great Lakes tonight, then linger into Friday over the lake effect snow belts. Now, the Arctic air is forecast to linger over the upper Midwest into the weekend, where temperatures of more than 20 degrees below normal can be expected. Meanwhile, a warming trend will begin to set in across the northern high plains as Chinook winds develop behind an Arctic high-pressure system. The Arctic high is forecast to plunge southeastward through the plains through Friday and into the southeast on Saturday, bringing cold conditions to much of the deep south for the weekend. Meanwhile, we got some snow across the northern Rockies. It's expected to gradually taper off into scattered light snow by tonight, and it appears that a more quiet weather pattern is returning to much of the western U.S. as we head into the weekend. Now, my friends, I can't stress enough about the cold. The cold, yes, it's really bad on a lot of people. A lot of people just can't handle the cold. And I feel for you. I'm one of those people. It's just a mess, folks. And the Arctic air is going to come down. This is the GFS 2-meter air temp in Fahrenheit. This is Fahrenheit, so you will see exactly over the next few days coming up how cold it's going to get. And it's set right now, of course, for this morning. So let's run it up some. I want to show you guys this cold minus 13, minus 5. This cold air that's going to be coming in a blast. And you can see how it's moving over to Ohio. Now we're up to Saturday. But just wait, my friends. Look at this. Okay, Eastern Ohio, 11. That might not be much for you right now. It's going to get colder, though. Okay, Pennsylvania, 6, 14. New York, 10, 20. Look over here. This is in parts of Michigan, 8 and 3. Then we come over to Wisconsin. We have minus 9. Minnesota, minus 12. Cold, cold air is coming, folks. We think we've seen some cold air. We haven't seen anything yet. Then we have these warm, this is what gets us. Then we have these little warm spells that come in, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, it starts to get cold again. And I want to show you something as it works its way through. It's cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm. But coming up, we've got this big blast, as you see, coming down. Watch what happens. Now we're going to move it on through a few days and getting close to the end of the month, the 29th and the 30th, this huge Arctic blast of cold air is going to spread all the way down. Look at that 29 in the Florida Panhandle. But that's not all of it. Let's just click a little more. Here's the 30th. Cold. I mean, it's cold everywhere, folks. And look right in here in Missouri. 4. Indiana. Southern Indiana. 3. Northern Indiana. Minus 14. 0 in Pennsylvania. 5 and 6 degrees in New York. This is just going to be a cold mess, my friends. Then it starts to warm back up just a little bit here. Then we have another blast come down on the 31st, and it dips even further. Florida, the Panhandle, and a good portion, possibly as far as Tampa, 27 degrees. There you see it. I'm not making it up. With the middle section of Florida around 39. When you get to the Lake Okeechobee and south of Lake Okeechobee, you may be in the lower 40s. And this is on the 31st of this month. So please be aware of these cold, cold temperatures coming your way. If you hear something in the background, it's some rain coming down, folks. It's raining cats and dogs and bullfrogs. I mean, it's coming down at my house right now. Now, as we come up here, we do have these winter weather advisories going on. The only little blizzard condition is in southern Minnesota, where you see this color here, right here. This is a winter storm warning in northeast Michigan areas up here, and also right up here in the northern Michigan area. Other than that, these are more or less winter weather advisories. You may get a little snow, you may not. You have a good chance of high winds and maybe some snow happening, so just keep that in mind. The lighter blue, very, very, very cold wind chill. It's going to be cold, people. I'm not going through all of these right now, but I'm just telling you, anywhere from Montana, North Dakota, northern South Dakota, parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, northern Indiana and northwestern Ohio, and also parts of northwestern Missouri, you are going to have bitter chill, wind chill temperatures. You can get frostbite in just a matter of minutes, so be aware of this. Now, I told you about the flooding possible, and yes, it is from New Hampshire and Vermont in the southern sections through just about, not on the coastal areas, but all the inland areas of around Massachusetts and Connecticut, coming down, clipping New York, and in parts of New Jersey, also down in the D.C. area, and in Virginia, and in southern Ohio. You do have a good chance. We've had so much snow, so much rain, it's still coming. All of the rivers and tributaries have filled to the max, and it's got to go somewhere. So please be aware of your situations in those areas. And here's a quick look at the NAM map from the European model. I would like to remind everyone, from the Florida Peninsula to eastern North Carolina, this morning we do have a threat of severe rain, wind, and the possibility of tornadoes. So please keep that in mind. That's for the peninsula from Florida all the way through eastern North Carolina. Severe rain, heavy downpours, windy conditions, and the chance of tornadoes possible. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'd appreciate it a whole bunch. Just click my face in the bottom right hand corner, then click the bell. Make sure you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and approaching storms that may be occurring. Everybody have a good day, a safe day. Please stay warm and do get right if you think it's been cold. We haven't seen nothing yet, folks. Everybody, take care. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks for watching.